Okay, I thought we'd address a pretty important topic today. Hi, I'm Dr. August Stunning. I do these nifty little videos on dry fasting and like to take a look at a lot of these research studies that talk about the results of patients that have had chemotherapy, radiation therapy, all this sort of stuff. Recently one came out that said a very large study split two groups in half, and one group was asked to fast for 13 hours. The second group was asked to fast for over 13 hours. And the results were that the ones that fasted over 13 hours had a 64% decrease in recurrent cancers. Look, the only way to cure cancer is to starve cancer. Cancer cells are full of mitochondria. They take 5 times as much sugar as the rest of the cells. So when you go into a dry fast and you get rid of all the sugar in your muscles and your liver, and the only sugar that's in your bloodstream is plasma glucose from the glycerol taken out of the fat cells, they have nothing to live on. And that's why the Russian doctors have had just about 100% success with even 4th stage cancers. So with this in mind, maybe what the result says is that the ones that fasted more than 35% had a recurrence. I mean, it's the way you paint it, 13 hours, a little over 13 hours, that does nothing. That does nothing. You'll end up getting the sugar back in your body to feed the damn problem to begin with. And the problem is something you need to get rid of, probably. We've found that dry fasting does 2 things. It gets rid of these problems because it starves out the cells that require so much sugar. More importantly, it gets rid of the thing that's causing the problem in the first place, because there's only 2 things that can cause illness. That's deficiency and toxicity. Some toxins in there, some fluid, something. It's gotten into your cells in that area. It's ended up being able to haywire the cells in that area. And you need to get rid of that. Dry fasting does that. So with all this information about chemotherapy and radiation, all that sort of stuff, it doesn't heal anything. It kills things on purpose. Hopefully more cancer cells than your cells. That doesn't seem like a good idea. The first thing you should ever do, if you're diagnosed at some doctor's office with some problem like that, just say, I want a second opinion. And try a dry fast first. I mean, that's the easy way. Instead of getting these problems, having these treatments, having all this radiation and stuff, and then trying to dry fast, boy, that puts a big stress on everything. And that's kind of where the dry fasting thing comes in. If you just dry fast and get rid of the problems that will result in those illnesses, you never have the illnesses. The car that's tire doesn't pop doesn't need to be changed. It's still driving. So the idea here is to fix yourself, and that's all I'm trying to do. My objective to even make these videos is to show you, that's you right there, what to do to fix yourself. When they say God heals and doctors take the fee, that's because you're connected. You're part of God. And you have the ability to heal yourself. So that's all the dry fasting is. Get the book, Dry Fasting for Rapid Healing, Radical Life Extension. We'll show you how to dry fast, show you how to do it safely, show you why you want to do it, show you why the other ways to fast are ineffective or absolutely damaging, and learn how to do this. Because without doctors trying to sell you something and not having an illness that needs anything, well, that saves you a lot of money. And that's the whole idea. Don't go down that pathway. Try a dry fast first. See if things don't change for the better, and then do another one if they have, and show your doctor. I'm not against doctors. I'm trying to educate them a little bit. So yeah, buy this book, give it to your friends, make sure that they get a copy of this thing so they have an option too. Because if you don't have options, you only have these professionals to listen to. I'm a Hippocratic doctor. I'm only here to help. I can't do any harm. You know, I can't prescribe poisons. That's part of the oath. Anyway, well, it's a beautiful day here. I'm going to do a little more walking and maybe do a little boogie boarding. It looks like maybe there's a little bit of wave showing up out there. That's pretty nice. I could do that. Anyway, I love you guys. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Leave a comment. If you leave comments, it helps my algorithms go up. It gets this out to more people. YouTube says, oh, this guy has comments, so he has, you know, good videos. This is kind of the way the computers work. Anyway, look, that's the deal. I'm here, and look below. Look at some of the videos that I've helped other, because, you know, there's lots of information here. And read the user comments, because they are getting healed by using this technique. I'm not doing anything. I'm just showing you how to do it. Anyway, love you guys. See you later. Take care.